Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
Hey there guys, Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well and welcome to our Andor Episode 8 reaction video here. This is my first thoughts and opinions, overall reaction here about this overall episode here. We're going to have a breakdown video here on the channel that is going to be separate from this one, going over, of course, different things that you might have missed throughout the episode, different Easter eggs and references and theories and speculations in that video here in the channel, coming out in just a couple of days here. So stay tuned for that by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified for when that video does come out. Of course, it should go without saying that there are spoilers for Andor Episode 8 in this video, so click off now if you haven't seen it. It's a pretty amazing episode, and I would already highly recommend that you guys go check this episode out here as well. As each episode of Andor continues on, each one continues to surprise me and just get better and better at that. The overall story is driven forward, of course, and also prematurely set up here in this episode as well. Hence, as we're going back into those 3 episode arcs that the Andor show was previously doing, with episode 7 simply being a one-off type of episode comparatively to the first 3 episodes of the Andor show, and then the next 6 up to 4, 5, and 6. And then of course episode 7, as I had just mentioned, was kind of like a just solo type of episode, and this is something that was known and something that was teased at and described at from the director Tony Gilroy. So when comparing episode 8 to the beginning of a 3 episode arc journey here for the Andor show and comparing it to what those first episodes did for those arcs with episode 1 and episode 4, it does the similar job of setting up kind of where our characters are, establishing where the characters are and what they're going to be doing. Their main goals here are kind of really contradicted here, but also forth moving different stories and plot lines ahead that are more sideline types of storylines and characters, such as Luthen or Mon Mothma, and now Vel and Cinta playing a key role into it as well. The way I see the overall Andor show is that it's split into 2 main stories, of course being Dead Romero and Syril Karn now at this point in time, as the 2 of them had finally met up in this episode, which was something very cool to actually finally see. It's something that's previously been teased, is the way that these 2 characters are going to be planning to meeting up here a little bit more and teaming up a little bit more here in the coming episodes. This is something that's specifically being teased for the season finale of the show here as well. Something I want to talk about here on the channel in a separate future video here on the channel as well. So hit the subscribe button and that notification bell if you haven't already to be notified for that as well. And then from there, the second half of the story, or the main story, of course, being about Andor, and then from there on out are sprinkled out different little sideline characters such as Luthen, Mon Mothma, Vel, and Cinta, as I had mentioned, and now also Bix, of course, as well. While speaking about Luthen, though, however, oh my gosh, it finally happened, and I think it's going to happen again, but we finally got to see Saw Gerrera and Forrest Whitaker back in the overall role, of course, as Saw Gerrera in live-action Star Wars, and it is amazing to have him back. He is such a phenomenal actor, and I absolutely loved him in the Rogue One movie. I love Saw Gerrera as an overall character, from seeing him show up and pop up in various pieces of Star Wars content and throughout the Star Wars timeline and universe. Is such a cool thing to see there. This character is a character that's popped up in anything and in everything, just about, spanning from Star Wars to Clone Wars all the way up into the Rogue One movie. Everything that takes place in between that, he's probably in it at some point in time. Simply the cameo king himself. It's very cool to see his points of views of, you know, what the rebellion is exactly at that point in time, and it's something I've discussed here on the channel time after time about the way that the rebellion works during this time of the Star Wars canon, and that is it is split into different little pockets and sectors, if you will, throughout the galaxy. And for as of right now, from what we're able to tell, is that Luthen and Saw Gerrera kind of have the 2 biggest pockets, or the 2 biggest rebellions at that in the Star Wars galaxy during the time period as of right now. Luthen wants to work with Saw Gerrera, as we had seen in this episode. However, Saw just doesn't really see it working out. It's too dangerous and too risky, while Luthen, on the other hand, is one that is kind of opening up more and more to the likes and the ideas of the rebellion going forth and forward and actually being a thing. Going loud is kind of what they call it in the actual show, becoming more prominent and out there. If you guys have been watching all of our Andor videos, or any of our Andor videos here on the channel in those regards, well, that is the character I've been looking forward to the most, and we finally got to see him. However, as I had also mentioned, I don't think that's going to be the last bit of seeing Forrest Whitaker's Saw Gerrera in the Star Wars Andor show. I definitely think he's going to be reappearing, but it's yet to see and say if we're actually going to have Luthen's like rebellion pocket and Saw Gerrera's rebellion pocket actually team up at some point in time in season 1 of the show. for season 2, who's to say? It very well could happen. Anyway, I want to save the rest of this for our actual breakdown video here for Andor episode 8, so hit the subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified for when that video does come out. I'll have it out here on the channel in just a couple of days here. So that all being said, I want to know of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I'd absolutely love to hear what you guys all think here about the Andor show so far. What do you guys think here about episode 8? What was your overall initial reaction of this episode? Did you think it was lame? Did you think it was cool? I'd love to hear what you guys all think in the comment section down below. Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it, as it really does help with the channel, and check out Instagram on Official Star Wars for more Star Wars related content, link down in the description down below. Of course, this has been Unofficial Star Wars. Thanks so much for watching today's video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. As always, may the Force be with you. Have a great one, guys. Peace out.